Welcome to week 3 of Biblical Affirmations. Our overriding verse for the entire week, again, has to do with our thoughts. It comes from Colossians 3:2. She is setting her mind on things above, not on things that are on the earth. Our topic today has to do with when we have to do hard things. There's a lot of things that are hard. Like, for instance, when you have to have a conversation with somebody about a topic that's not so pleasant. Or maybe you have to do something that you've never done before and you're not quite sure how well you'll be able to do it. You're not maybe quite sure of your abilities. Or maybe you have to forgive somebody for something. These are just a few of the things in life that are hard to do, and we'll be talking about that in a minute. But before we do, I want to be sure that you know where to get your study guide from. So there are 3 different options for your study guide. They all are available at thecreatorsclassroom.com. The first option is totally online. You do not have to print out anything. You will find all of the affirmations for each day, the scripture references and links to an online Bible, and the devotionals that are available for each day and their links. So all you really need is your own Bible and something to write some notes in. The second option is free. It is a 10-page printable PDF. It is in a calendar format, like you see up here in the right-hand corner, with each day's affirmations, with the scripture references, and the devotional readings and links to those. The third option is a beautiful Biblical Affirmations Journal. Was designed with lovely ladies in mind. It has floral arrangements throughout. Each day you have your affirmation, your scripture. There's plenty of room to write notes. And the devotional reading is also included there with the link to it. At the back of the journal are 8 encouraging scripture cards. They can be cut out, laminated, and then put in prominent places to help you remember some of the affirmations. And there's also a bonus. Each day we will be showing you in our videos a lovely JPEG file, photo file of the affirmation. It's on a floral background, and those will be available to you to use in your own social media if you would like to do that. Today's affirmation is, I can do hard things today because God is my refuge and strength. And that comes from Psalm 46 and Isaiah 40. Psalm 46 reads, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. And Isaiah 40:31, they that wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So when we get to our journaling part, we want to ask ourselves the famous 2 questions. What lies am I believing that are keeping me from doing God's will and from accomplishing what He wants in my life? And if I believe this affirmation and I believe these scriptures, how would I act differently? And then our devotional reading comes from an article that is called 3 Lessons on Courage from the Life of Joshua. This is from a blog, Savoring Each Moment. It is an excellent article. You don't want to miss out on reading this. Let me just tell you that it is a mom blog, so you'll see a lot of mom stuff on her pages, but the article itself applies to every single one of us, whether we have kids at home or not. So I hope you will take advantage of that. So today's devotional has to do with Joshua, and he was a man that had to step into the shoes of Moses. Moses, the man who had 40 years of experience in doing what God wanted him to do. He was in the process of leading the people of Israel to the promised land, and he had a lot of good things going for him, but he died, and Joshua was appointed to take his place. I imagine he was maybe shaking in his boots a little bit, wondering if the people would listen to him. Would they say to him, well, that isn't the way that isn't the way Moses did it? Or maybe they'd be critical of some of the methods maybe that Joshua had. He'd never done this job before. He'd observed Moses do it, but he'd never done it before himself. Wow, what a big job. I can imagine he had some fear and trepidation. Maybe you have fear and trepidation about something you need to do that's hard. What is that hard thing? And are you believing lies? Are you believing that you can't do it because it's hard? Are you believing that maybe you can't do it because you've never done it before and you might fail? According to the scriptures, we can do anything that God asks us to do because He's our helper. He gives us the strength, He gives us the courage that we need. So I hope you'll think about that today. Tomorrow we'll do another affirmation, and I hope to see you then. Bye-bye.